So I got a few comments asking about the 72-year mortgage that I showed in my first housing bubble chat video, including a mortgage broker that says what I was saying was incorrect. And you know what? Fair enough. I had to leave out a lot of important details because the video is only 3 minutes long and I can't go into everything when I'm trying to make a different point. To be clear, I do already know about mortgage rules, including terms and renewals and rework. But in my opinion, the more you know, the worse it gets. So let's get into it. This person has what's known as a variable rate fixed payment mortgage, which means that if interest rates go up, the bank charges you more interest, but your payment stays the same. So more of your payment is going to interest and less is going to paying down the loan. So 72 and a half years is how long it would take this person to pay down their existing mortgage at their existing payment. But will they actually be paying down this mortgage for the next 72 years? Under the current rules, no. When they reach the end of their mortgage term, usually 5 years, they'll have to renew with a new payment amount and schedule. Because interest rates have gone up, they'll have to increase their payment, and under the current rules, they'll also have the option to extend their amortization to 25 or 30 years depending on how much equity they have in the home. So what would that actually look like? I made this mortgage calculator spreadsheet so I could back calculate some details about their mortgage based on the info on the bill. Right now they've got just under $1.3 million in debt left, and they're a little less than 4 years into the mortgage, assuming this is a 25-year amortization. At their current interest rate, almost 98% of their payment is going to interest, so when they renew next year, they'll only have a little bit less debt. If they want to keep their schedule the same and pay down their mortgage over the next 20 years, they're going to have to increase their payment to over $8,700 a month. But if they can't afford that, they could extend their amortization out to 30 years past the renewal date, and their payment would be about $7,150 a month. That means they'd be paying over $1,300 a month extra just to set themselves back 10 years on their mortgage, and they're only 4 years in now. It also means they're going to be paying about $1.2 million more in interest over the course of the mortgage than they had initially planned for. To be clear, this is also a concern for fixed-rate mortgages that are coming up for renewal. Unlike in the US, where you can get a fixed rate for the entire length of your mortgage, in Canada it's only fixed for a certain term, usually 5 years. So anyone who bought near the peak with low rates and now is renewing is still going to see a big hike in their payments. I'm starting to run out of time for this video, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to split it into 2 parts, but I'll post them back to back in the playlist so you don't have to wait to watch the next one. And don't worry, it gets worse.